Hey girly, my name is Wendy and I am a homeschooling mama of 5 little ones. And on this channel, I talk about all things biblical womanhood, biblical homeschooling, biblical marriage, all the things, and a lot of planning, prepping, and praying. So happy you're here. Let's jump right in. So next year, I am planning on making our school more fun, more enjoyable. And I mentioned this on my Instagram and I received just a ton of questions about how exactly I planned on going about this. So the two words that I think really encompass our year next year and bringing about this more joy throughout our homeschool year is creativity and experience. And so using those two umbrella words, I have kind of developed like 3 categories in which I plan to utilize in order to make our homeschooling more fun. The first is to create real life experiences, pretty much learning through life and in turn creating a love of learning. And so there's a lot of different ways that I plan on doing this. The first of which is our science co-op that we are going to be a part of. Now that in and of itself, doing projects and experiments with other kiddos is going to be rich. But one of the main things that we are going to be utilizing with our science co-op next year is a zoo membership. And so because we are doing land animals, doing this zoo membership is really going to bring all the things, all the animals that we're learning about to life. I also plan on contacting the zoo and seeing if they have any type of like options for homeschoolers in which they can go behind the scene and get like different zoo experiences where they get to see what's happening behind the scenes. So I feel like that is really going to elevate our science for next year. The next thing I plan on doing is utilizing, hold on, let me see if I can grab it, is bringing our history more to life. Now we do biblioplan. This is actually not what I needed. We do biblioplan and we are currently doing Remember the Days, book 3, and we're going to be transitioning into book 4, but not till later on next year. One of the things with history is that the history that we've been doing is very readable and interesting, and the kids are really enjoying the simplicity of it and and how they bring the story to life. But I also wanted to get more of a hands-on aspect to history so that it's not just something that we read or listen to and then write about or ask questions about and then we move on, but something that we can bring it more to life. And so I grabbed Biblioplan's Early Modern History hands-on book, which has crafts, food, and fun games and activities that they can go through as we are doing the different chapters. And so my plan, which was a wonderful idea by my friend Katie over at Life in the Mundane, because I'm not a crafts mom. Like I'm not the mom that's into all the crafts and the food and all the things. My kids are they're craft kids. Okay. I noticed that through their co-op this year, all the like fun activities and stuff like that has really helped has really helped them with their retention of the information. So I wanted to bring a level of that to life within our homeschool. But like I said, I'm not the craft mom who does all the things. So Katie mentioned, hey, why not have one of your kiddos or both of them, they can alternate weeks, be in charge of the craft, picking out the craft and making sure that you have all the supplies on hand or all the baking things that you need to cook, and they'll lead it. They'll lead that like craft time for the group. And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, amazing. So that's what we're gonna be doing. My 8 soon to be 9 and my 11 soon to be 12-year-old, so my 12 and 9-year-old at the time that we're doing it is going to be taking charge of the crafts, and they'll be picking out the craft that they want to do for the week, and double checking with me to make sure it's okay. They're going to be making sure that we have all the ingredients and all the supplies. If we don't, making sure that it goes on the Walmart pickup for that week, and if they don't, then we can't do it, so I'm really leaving them in charge. And that's kind of like a subgroup of our fostering or creating real life experiences, is allowing them to have more responsibility, giving them more responsibility when it comes to our homeschooling and more ownership in it. Even with the way that we're doing meal planning this year, which is going to be a whole nother video in and of itself because it's detailed, but it is awesome. It has been life-changing. And within that, I have really delegated responsibility. So if you want more information about this revolutionary meal planning hack, make sure you're subscribed because that's coming up soon. So number 2 is joining them in the experience. Now, my mom tells the story all the time about how when we were children, me and my sister and my brother, when we were children, how we were involved in all the things, the dance classes, the karate, the soccer, the trips. We did all the things. But how she would bring us to the park, and she brought us to the park every single week. She'd bring us to the park. She would sit down on the bench while we played. And she would sit there and do her meal planning or do her financial planning and all the things. She was a single mom, so this was her opportunity to like get those things done. But she talks about all the time how she didn't really get an opportunity to play with us, to really experience life with us, to be in the moment with us and have that joy with us. And this is something that honestly is very hard for me to do as well. I'm an administrator. I am a planner, a scheduler, a delegator. I can administrate all day long. That's what I enjoy doing. But getting down in the thick of it and being present, being there and one-on-one with my kiddos and playing with them and being in the moment, that is really hard for me to do. And so I have found that I have to be really intentional about that. Like I have to be intentional about not spacing away to my phone or not being so strict about the reading and getting the reading done that I can't be in the moment with my kid while they are learning to read. So for example, like watching my kid blend a sound, just like cheering them on. You did it. Yes, that's awesome. You spelled bed. You did it. Oh my goodness, that was hard work, baby, but you crushed it. Rather than being like, okay, next word. All right, next word, just like trying to get through it, but like really celebrating and being in the moment, cheering them on, having fun with them, like tickling and rolling and enjoying them, I want my kids to remember that I enjoyed them, that I delighted in them, that they were not a burden to me, that they were my greatest blessings. And so I want to take the time to be intentional about being in the moment with them. My way of doing that is making sure that I have routines, systems, and schedules and structures outside of my homeschooling, and that way within my homeschooling I can be peacefully present there. So that's what this channel is all about. So but that's why. The third thing that I honestly have just recently started to do this year is to create things around their own interests, to sort of cater to their interests that they are having now, that they are excited about right now. So I was the one that did all the things for them. Picked out the curriculum, picked out what fun things we were going to do, picked out everything. And so as they've gotten older, I've realized the importance of allowing them to have some say in their learning and in their curriculum. So pretty much this year, my 8-year-old and my 11-year-old flipped through everything that's going to be expected for them for next year and see if it was like, you know what, like, okay, I like this. I think I can do this. This is not so bad. They know they got to do school. It's going to happen. So might as well have a voice in what they actually do. So for example, my 9-year-old stated that she wants to focus heavily more on baking next year. So we have incorporated baking into our co-op. She's also said that she wants to really do gymnastics. And I was like, okay, you've said that several times. I'm hearing you. We're going to be doing gymnastics with the YMCA and focusing on that for her next year. My older son, he is interested in writing, like becoming a writer, and engineering. And so we went ahead and we're doing master books, applied engineering with him, and we're going to be doing the online, I think it's Master Books Academy, to go alongside his science. And when it comes to literature, we're going to be doing Redefining School. We're going to be doing their literature survey. It is amazingly simple. Like just like the love that this woman has for literature and how she always brings it back to a biblical worldview is amazing. If you haven't heard about Redefining School, I will have a link in my description. I believe their doors are open, but it's only open for, I want to say this is the last week that the doors are going to be open for you to sign up for next year. It's a year-round literature study, and it's ridiculously simple. She sends you an email, and you get 4 weeks worth of the literature survey. The literature survey, you're going to be learning about an author or a poet or somebody like that and their work, or you'll be learning about a literary element. But either way, that's what the kiddos are going to be focusing on. She does weekly videos that the kiddos will watch with their assignment on it, which is very simple. And then simple but engaging, you know. And then every other week she does a Zoom call where she brings all the kids together and they go over their work. She teaches them some more. It's just such a nice way for him to connect with other students and also just learn more about his passion of writing and his passion of literature. So definitely check out the link in the description. I believe my link will give you $5 off, but I'll have all of that written in the description. And lastly, we're getting daddy involved. We're getting daddy involved in our homeschool, in all the things that we're learning and doing. He's involved in our Spanish, and he's going to be going to the zoo with us and all the things. And so just by making it a family thing, learning like a family thing, I really think that is just going to spark more fun and joy in our homeschool. I always have my ears open to listen to my kiddos and what they're saying, constantly, actively learning about them, constantly, actively listening to them and seeing what they're going through. Is my toddler constantly taking things out of the cabinets and putting them in her purse? You know, so maybe she needs more fun activities where she can put things in purses or whatever the situation is. Just really listening to them and fostering a learning environment for them is something that I'm really focusing on next year, is just really being a student of my children. So I hope you found this video helpful. My little one is out like a light. I hope it was way more informative for you and did not put you to sleep. Don't forget to subscribe to catch that meal planning hack video and hit the like button to let me know if you like stuff like this. And until next time, bye y'all.